Hey guys, what is going on? Here is my Week 12 NFL power ranking. These power rankings keep getting more difficult to do, so let me just say that. Coming in at number 32, I have the Detroit Lions. I feel like I don't really need to explain this. At number 31, I have the New York Jets. So hopefully Zach Wilson is able to come back soon because the most important thing for the Jets right now is Zach Wilson's development. That has to be the focus for the rest of the Jets season. At number 30, I have the Jacksonville Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence hasn't been turning the ball over, but he also hasn't been throwing touchdowns lately. So good and bad, I guess. At number 29, I have the Houston Texans. So a big upset win for the Texans versus the Titans. At number 28, I have my favorite team, the New York Giants. And this team might have the worst offense in the league. You can go check out my live reaction to that game or my post-game reaction if you want to hear more about my thoughts on the Giants. At number 27, I have the Chicago Bears. So they came close to beating the Ravens with Huntley at quarterback, even though Justin Fields had to leave the game early. But their defense just could not come up with the clutch stop. At number 26, I have the Atlanta Falcons. So what happened to this Falcons offense? I mean, they were so good versus the Saints, right? And then after that game, all of a sudden, they just stopped scoring. They literally stopped scoring. Did they score all the points they could in the Saints game and then they just, they ran out of points to score? I don't know. It's so confusing, but the Falcons offense is looking bad. At number 25, I have the Seattle Seahawks. So this team couldn't even beat the Cardinals with Colt McCoy playing quarterback. At number 24, I have the Miami Dolphins. The Dolphins now have 3 wins in a row. So yeah, it wasn't the most impressive win versus the Joe Flacco Jets, but the Dolphins, they're on a little win streak now. They definitely have some momentum. At number 23, I have the Carolina Panthers. So Cam had 3 total touchdowns this weekend, but the Panthers still ended up losing a close one to the football team. At number 22, I have the Las Vegas Raiders. Things are going downhill fast for the Raiders, unfortunately. They lost by 19 points to the Bengals this past weekend, and this team has not been playing good at all lately on both sides of the ball, but especially the defense. At number 21, I have the Denver Broncos. They were on a bye, so they just stay at number 21. At number 20, I have the Washington football team. So this team is finally playing like the team I expected to see this season, especially the defense. The defense it's finally playing like the defense we saw last season. Heineke played another great game in the win versus the Patriots. He played great versus the Bucs, and he played great again the week after that, which was this past weekend. And the football team has some momentum for sure. At number 19, I have the New Orleans Saints. So they lost versus the Eagles this past weekend, and this defense continues to play not so great. Kamara returning to the field will definitely help this offense, but this Saints team has been pretty disappointing as of late. At number 18, I have the Cleveland Browns. So yes, the Browns did get the win this weekend versus the Lions, but it was probably the worst win I've ever seen, if I'm being honest. They won 13-10 versus the Lions with Tim Boyle starting at quarterback for the Lions. Tim Boyle threw for 77 yards and 2 interceptions. This man did not even throw for 100 yards, and the Browns still only won by 3 points. That is not good. That is a red flag for me for the Cleveland Browns. At number 17, I have the Pittsburgh Steelers. They almost got the win versus the Chargers, but the defense and offense both decided to, not make clutch plays at the end of the game. Their offense has honestly been pretty solid lately, and they've definitely been playing way better than they played at the beginning of this season. So if the defense gets healthy and the offense continues to improve, this team could definitely still make the playoffs. At number 16, I have the Philadelphia Eagles. I really like the way the Eagles are playing right now. I got to say that. Even though I'm a Giants fan, the Eagles are playing well right now. Jalen Hurts is playing winning football. A big win for them versus the Saints this past weekend. And ever since the Eagles started actually running the ball, they've been getting wins. So they got to keep doing that. At number 15, I have the Cincinnati Bengals. A much-needed bounce-back win for the Bengals after struggling before their bye week, which was last week. Their offense finally looks like it's clicking again. At number 14, I have the San Francisco 49ers. A nice win for the 49ers versus the Jaguars. this Sunday. 49ers, they have some momentum now. They really do. They're starting to stack the wins. At number 13, I have the Minnesota Vikings. So what a big win for them versus the Packers. This offense looked really, really good in this game, especially Justin Jefferson. I mean, he was just absolutely incredible in that game versus the Packers. At number 12, I have the Buffalo Bills. The Colts absolutely dominated the Bills on this past Sunday. This defense could not get a stop, and this offense really needs to actually run the ball more. I know they're a pass-first offense, but it's not working. They're putting too much on Josh Allen, and it's not working. I don't feel like this is a legit team right now. They really need to make some changes to their game plan. At number 11, I have the Indianapolis Colts. Jonathan Taylor is currently the best running back in the NFL, in my opinion, with Derrick Henry out with an injury. If Carson Wentz just doesn't turn the ball over in key spots, I think this team can make the playoffs. They really are starting to stack some wins now. They have some momentum. I realize I've been saying stack wins and have momentum a lot in this video, but some teams are really starting to get momentum by stacking those dubs. All right, at number 10, I have the Baltimore Ravens. A nice win for the Ravens with Huntley at quarterback. It definitely wasn't a pretty win, but the defense finally stepped up and had a good game. At number 9, I have the Los Angeles Rams. They were on a bye, so they don't move. At number 8, I have the Los Angeles Chargers. Justin Herbert. Herbie. He is just so good, guys. He is just so good. Defense still needs to play a lot better for this team, but they had some big stops in this crazy win versus the Steelers. So maybe they'll be able to, carry some momentum from those big clutch stops they had in that game. At number 7, I have the Tennessee Titans. So dropping this team 4 spots seems like a lot because I still think this team is a very, very good team, one of the best teams in the league. But they did lose to the Texans this past week, so I do have to drop them down a few spots, at least for this week. At number 6, I have the Dallas Cowboys, and this is another team that I feel like I might have dropped too far because, they were dealing with a lot of injuries in the game versus the Chiefs, but right now I have to put them at number 6 because of the way they played. I put a lot of emphasis on how each team plays each week for these power rankings. A lot of these power rankings are done with, I guess, how the team played the week before has a lot of emphasis. So, yeah, they didn't play good versus the Chiefs, so I had to move them down to 6. Don't get mad at me, Cowboys fans. This defense really did the best they could in this game, but I think once this offense gets healthy, this team is definitely going to be a top 5 team and maybe a top 3 team in the league. At number 5, I have the New England Patriots. So I think the Patriots are one of the hottest, if not the hottest teams in the NFL. They are on a 5-game win streak right now, and Mac Jones is already looking like a veteran quarterback. At number 4, I have the Green Bay Packers. Rodgers looked kind of off in this loss versus the Vikings. The defense also kind of let Kirk Cousins just absolutely shred them. So not the best game for the Packers, but it was a close game, though. It was a close game for the Packers. At number 3, I have the Kansas City Chiefs. I think the Chiefs are officially back. I think it's officially official that the Chiefs are back. This offense is looking like the offense we saw last season, and this defense has been playing much better as of late. At number 2, I have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Bucs got a bounce-back win versus the Giants. They won 30-10, so a nice little, 20-point win for them. Both the offense and defense just looked like the offense and defense that we saw win the Super Bowl last season for Tampa Bay. And then, returning to the number 1 spot yet again, I have the Arizona Cardinals. They have the best record in the league at 9-2, and Colt McCoy played awesome this past weekend versus the Seahawks. He really did play well. This team is probably this team is definitely the most consistent team in the NFL right now. They keep winning despite their number 1 wide receiver and their starting quarterback missing multiple games. Cardinals are really, really good, and I feel like we don't realize how good this team is. We aren't talking about them enough, in my opinion. So that is it for this video, guys. Make sure you drop a thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe. Peace. Herbie.